Hi, and thanks for watching. This is a reissue of a past video that I made on the same subject years ago. The video was outdated, but the subject matter is important, so I decided to remake it. Almost anyone you ask would recommend that you make bi-weekly accelerated payments on your mortgage. All of those people will tell you that the reason they recommend this is because it pays off your mortgage more quickly than a monthly payment, and some of those people might be able to tell you why it does that. In this video, we're going to dig a little deeper into the math behind bi-weekly accelerated payments. We'll explore some alternatives to bi-weekly accelerated payments, and we'll try to determine whether or not you should be making accelerated payments on your mortgage. Whether you should or should not pay bi-weekly accelerated payments depends on your particular financial situation, and if it makes sense according to the golden rule of debt repayment, which I'll explain later in the video. So let's look at some of the principles behind bi-weekly accelerated payments. First of all, there are 12 months in a year. There are 26 bi-weekly periods in a year rather than 24. A monthly payment is the total annual payment divided by 12. If the total annual payment amount is $12,000, the monthly payment amount would be $1,000, $12,000 divided by 12. A bi-weekly non-accelerated payment is the total annual payment amount divided by 26. If the total annual payment amount is $12,000, just like above, the bi-weekly non-accelerated payment would be $461.53, or $12,000 divided by 26. Now, a bi-weekly accelerated payment is the total annual payment amount divided by 24, which is the same as a monthly payment divided by 2. If the total annual payment amount is $12,000, again just like in the last examples, the bi-weekly accelerated payment would be $500, or $12,000 divided by 24, or half of the monthly payment of $1,000. Essentially, a bi-weekly accelerated payment provides you with the equivalent of one additional monthly payment per year, which goes directly to the principal or balance of the mortgage. This is due to the discrepancy between there being 12 months in a year, but 26 bi-weekly periods in the year, rather than just 24. Since a bi-weekly accelerated payment is larger than a bi-weekly non-accelerated payment, it pays off the mortgage more quickly than a bi-weekly non-accelerated payment, as well as a monthly payment. Basically, increasing the payment amount pays off the mortgage more quickly because in mortgage terms, it decreases the amortization of the mortgage. The amortization is the amount of time it will take to pay off the mortgage. Now, let's look at some examples that will illustrate the impact of making bi-weekly accelerated payments, and also we're going to look at an alternative to bi-weekly accelerated payments by using a monthly payment to achieve the same result as a bi-weekly accelerated payment. Okay, for example, a mortgage of $400,000 with a monthly payment of $2,000 at a rate of 3.5% would pay off the mortgage in about 25 years. A mortgage of $400,000 with a biweekly non-accelerated payment of $923.07 at a rate of 3.5% would also pay off the mortgage in about 25 years. Now, a mortgage of $400,000 with a biweekly accelerated payment of $1,000 at a rate of 3.5% would pay off the mortgage in about 22 years, 1 month, reducing the amortization by 2 years, 11 months. So what if you want to pay off your mortgage as quickly as a biweekly accelerated payment would, but you prefer making monthly payments? If we multiply the biweekly accelerated payment of $1,000 by 26 and divide that amount by 12, we get $2,166.66. A mortgage of $400,000 with a monthly payment of $2,166.66 at a rate of 3.5% would pay off the mortgage in about 22 years, 1 month, just as the biweekly accelerated payment would. Now, before you accelerate repayment of your mortgage in any way, it's important to remember the golden rule of debt repayment. Always accelerate repayment of your highest interest debt before accelerating repayment of your lowest interest debt. Since your mortgage would likely be your lowest interest debt, if you have any balances owing on credit cards, lines of credits, or loans with rates higher than that of your mortgage, you should not be accelerating repayment of your mortgage until all those other debts are paid off in full. In a country where over 50% of Canadians have high-interest credit card debt that is not paid off monthly, it's staggering to think of how many Canadians make accelerated payments on their mortgage when they should be focusing that additional money towards paying down other debts. Well, thank you again for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below, or you can contact me through my website, yourmortgagestaff.ca.